I got 99 problems but my curls ain't one. If you're having curly hair problems, this video is for you. I'm gonna be sharing 5 of the most common curly hair problems that you guys come to me with in my DMs. I'm gonna be sharing at least 2 solutions for every single problem. And make sure to watch until the end if you are a complete beginner, because there's gonna be lots more tips there for you. But yeah, let's go ahead. Curly hair problem number 1 is greasy looking curls. Your curls may be defined, but they kind of have like a greasy look to them. They look a little bit oily, they look a bit dull. There's definitely a few things you can do right away on your next wash day to prevent this from happening. Number 1 is clarify your curls. Cleanse your scalp and your hair with a shampoo that contains surfactants that are gonna remove buildup. And if you don't understand what I mean by that, I basically just mean a shampoo that contains ingredients such as these ones. And what this is gonna do is remove the buildup from your hair. It's gonna help you start with a clean slate, because a lot of the time when your hair looks greasy, feels greasy, you actually have product buildup on your hair. You may think that you are cleansing your hair properly on wash day, but a lot of the time when people start out washing their hair, they are either using a conditioner to cleanse their scalp with because they're following the curly girl method or the no poo method that says to only use conditioner, that you don't need to use shampoo. But if you are using products on your hair that you leave in your hair, then you do need something to remove that product buildup. And along the same lines as that, you may also have product buildup if you're using too much product on wash day. If you're overloading your hair with product, then you're refreshing your hair with multiple products throughout the week. This can build up on your hair, make your hair look and feel greasy. The second thing you can do to prevent greasy looking curls on your next wash day is use lighter weight products. A lot of the time when people come to me with the issue of greasy looking hair, it's because they're using products that are too heavy for their hair, and that usually means they're heavy in oils, butters, things like shea butter. And this is really common with fine hair and low porosity hair. My hair is low porosity, so when I use too much oil on my hair, it can end up getting weighed down and looking a bit stringy and greasy. If this is something that you think that you might be struggling with, then have a look at the products you're using. Are you only using conditioner as your styling product? That's probably too heavy for your hair if you are leaving it in your hair. Are you using really thick gels or souffles that are very heavy in oils? Are you using thick curl creams that are heavy in butters that are just weighing your fine curls down or sitting on top of your low porosity hair? I previously did a very in-depth video about how to choose different curly hair products based on your curl type. I basically did a deep dive into every single type of curly hair styling product, what they're for, which hair type they're best suited for. So I've linked that up here for you. And the third way to prevent greasy looking hair on your next wash day is double cleanse. I double cleanse my hair every single time I wash my hair. Some people don't find that they need this, but I personally find that it not only makes my scalp feel cleaner on wash day, it also helps my scalp last longer between wash days because I'm really giving it a clean slate. Literally all you need to do is cleanse your hair with your favorite shampoo, rinse and repeat. And if you are someone who likes to clarify your hair regularly, then something that I like to do is use a clarifying shampoo as my first shampoo and then a more gentle shampoo as my second shampoo. That way you know that you're not going to be stripping your curls, but you're still getting the benefits of a double cleanse. So try these tips on your next wash day and let me know if they work for you and your hair feels less greasy. Curly hair problem number 2 is curls not lasting. I've previously done an entire video about reasons why your curls aren't lasting, but there are basically 3 main reasons why. So these are 3 solutions that can help your curls last longer between wash days. Getting a haircut. If you haven't had your hair cut for a while and it's looking limp and lifeless, you're finding you need to use more product on wash day, you're finding your curls aren't lasting as long as they usually do between wash days, it can often mean that you need a haircut. So even sometimes just getting a small trim, like 1/2 inch to 1 inch cut off, can just really help get rid of the dead ends and just help your curls spring back to life. Every single time I get a haircut, and I've said this so many times, I never realized how much I needed that haircut, and I really wish that I'd had it done sooner or that I kept up with the haircuts more. Though I also do like the feeling of, oh, I've had a fresh cut and you can actually tell that I've had a haircut. Can you actually tell between this video and my last video that I had a cut because I had a haircut? The second solution is making sure you're protecting your curls from the elements if it's bad weather and overnight. The way that I protect my hair at night is the same same way that I would tie my hair up if I were out in the rain or the wind, for example, and I didn't want my curls to get stretched out. So what I do is what I call an overnight pineapple bun. It's nothing special, but it works for me. So many of you have messaged me to say it's been such a game changer, it's the only thing that works for you, and same. So what I do is flip my entire head forward, section off the front face framing pieces to prevent them from stretching out, and I create a bun. And then I get some little mini claw clips to clip the excess hair in place. This holds all night for me. I don't find the clips dig into my head because I'm clipping them into the bun, up and into the bun, not into my scalp. And the way that I lay on my pillow, my head is on the side, so the clips are up here and my pillow's here, so they're not digging in, and if they do dig in, then I know that I need to reposition them. But it really is about trial and error. So if the way that I protect my hair at night doesn't work for you, then have a look at how other people protect their hair at night, try their methods as well, and see if they work for you, because there will be something that makes a difference. But if you are at the beginning of your journey and you've just started embracing your curls, maybe you've got lots of damage, then you will find that your hair won't last as well between wash days as it will do when you're a little bit further along your journey. That is unfortunately just part of the journey, and they will last longer in time. Using stronger hold products. Often when people tell me their hair looks really great on day one, but they won't last until day two, they're stretched out, they're overly soft. This means that you're either using too many moisturizing products, so too much curl cream, too much conditioner, you don't need to deep condition your hair, or you're not using strong enough hold products. As I mentioned in my how to choose products video, hold products are things like gel, mousse. Those are going to hold your curls in place. Whenever I want my curls to last, I always use a strong hold gel and a hairspray. Some people don't like the gritty feel that stronger hold products can give them. I personally like that because my hair is naturally very soft. Hopefully those three solutions work for you. Let me know in the comments if you try them and they do. And also guys, as like a little midpoint to this video, if you are finding these tips helpful and you're not a subscriber, I would really appreciate you subscribing. It really helps me. It helps more of you see my videos as well. So yeah, please do subscribe and give it a like. Number 3 is stringy curls. This is such a common problem at the beginning of the curly hair journey. Often when your hair is more damaged, it can look more stringy. You may not find that you get those juicy curl clumps that you see everyone online has. Often the people that are sharing their curly hair journeys online have been on that curly hair journey for quite a while. So they've done a lot of trial and error to figure out, one, what works for them, but also to get their hair back to health. My hair, for example, has been healthy now for probably like 6 years. So if you're at the beginning of your curly hair journey and you're comparing your hair to mine, then this doesn't really make sense, does it? Because we're at different stages and we may have different hair types anyway. So before I share these stringy curl tips, bear in mind that the health of your hair and where you are at your journey can also determine the level of clumpiness that your curls can get to. The wetter your hair, the more juicy your curl clumps are gonna be. If your hair is not wet enough, if it's damp and barely wet, then you're going to get a more stringy look. The less wet your hair, the more volume you'll get, but also you'll get smaller curl clumps. So if you want thick, juicy curl clumps, you're going to want to make sure you're applying products to soaking wet hair. At least that is what I find for my hair. There may be a balance that you need to find between not wet enough and too wet. For some people, if their hair is too wet, then it can actually weigh their hair down a little bit more and make it stringy. I do tend to scrunch a little bit of water out and then apply my products, but you're aiming to get that seaweedy consistency. The second solution is to apply a curl cream, especially if your hair is very naturally dry. If you find that your hair is a little bit dry but it doesn't need a ton of extra moisture, then maybe use a leave-in conditioner, which is more lightweight. This is really going to help to keep your curls moisturized and defined between wash days, so it will help clump the curls up initially, give your curls enough moisture. Juicy curls are hydrated, moisturized curls, but there's a balance because you don't want them to be too over moisturized, because if they're too moisturized, then they're probably going to look a little bit weighed down and maybe even a little little bit lifeless. But I shared some tips on over moisturized hair in this video, so have a watch of that if that's something you think you're struggling with. The third tip to reducing stringy curls is locking your curls in place with a hold product like a gel. So once your curls are hydrated, moisturized, you want to lock that moisture in and you want to lock the curls in place with your hold product. If none of these stringy curl solutions are working for you and you're not at the beginning of your curly hair journey and you don't think that you have a ton of damage in your hair, you might actually just need a haircut, because if the ends of your hair are looking stringy, then you might just need to cut them off and they'll bounce back up again. So refer to the previous curl problem. Probably the most common curly hair problem is frizz. So the main causes of frizz are dry hair, product buildup, lack of hold, and manipulation, so like touching your hair too much. So I'm going to give a quick solution to each one, but also if you want a more in-depth look at how to tame frizz, then have a watch of this video up here. So a solution for dry hair frizz is add moisture. So you want to make sure your hair is not super dry, which is very common for a lot of curly hair. You might need to deep condition, you might need to use a leave-in conditioner or a curl cream on your hair on wash day, which is going to help add that moisture back into your hair after washing it, and also it's going to help your curls stay moisturized between wash days. A solution for product buildup frizz is to clarify. A lot of the time, if you have like angry frizz around your roots and it gets worse between wash days as you're refreshing, you probably have product buildup frizz. So really making sure you're giving your hair a clean slate to work with on wash day, removing all of that product buildup that's sat on your hair can help get rid of that frizz. A solution for lack of hold frizz is use stronger hold products. This is very common in like humid environments. Your hair may grow and grow and grow, that type of frizz. So after using a curl cream, moisturizing your hair in humidity, you want to use a strong hold gel or a hairspray to lock your hair in place and help your curls last from wash day to wash day, especially if you're going to be out in the elements. And then a solution to manipulation. Oftentimes when people diffuse their hair, they find that their hair gets more frizzy, and this is kind of the same thing. Like you're manipulating your hair, you're touching your hair a lot when you are diffusing your hair. It's blowing your hair about all over the place, creating flyaways. So if your frizz is caused by diffusing, then do more gentle diffusing. Pixie diffuse, lift your hair gently with the diffuser turned off, turn it on, hold it for 10 to 20 seconds, turn it off. Or if you don't want to do that, then you can hover diffuse your hair, which is going to disrupt the curls much less, create much less frizz. Try reducing the amount that you touch your hair. If you are the kind of person that sits at their desk all day, touching their hair, playing with their hair, you can't expect your hair to not have any kind of frizz, and you can't expect your curls to not drop either throughout the day because you're touching them, you're playing with them. Also have a look at my full how to tame frizzy hair video, which I have linked below for you. Not knowing where to start. There is so much information online about different products, different techniques. Don't do this, try this method, try my method. It's information overload for curly hair beginners. I completely understand that. Ultimately, there is going to be a level of trial and error, trying different methods and things like that. But solution number one is keep it simple. You do not have to try every routine, every technique, every product at the beginning of your journey. Here is a very simple wash day routine that you can follow if you are a beginner. Number one, cleanse your hair. Number two, condition your hair and detangle your hair when it has lots of conditioner in it. Number three, style your hair. On soaking wet hair, apply a curl cream and a gel, or if you want to make it even more simple, you can apply just a gel or just a mousse. Rake them through soaking wet hair, scrunch them in, allow your hair to air dry, or diffuse your hair if you want higher definition and more bounce. And that is it. That is a curly hair beginner's routine for you. If you're at the beginning of your journey, please don't worry about brush styling your hair and sectioning and things like that. Just get yourself learning about how your hair looks and feels and how your hair responds to things. Track your progress and take progress pictures. I created a curly hair journal to help you with just that. It's a really great tool for beginners. There's lots of information about where to start, different terms that you may not understand. There's lots of space to add progress pictures and track your wash days, what works for you, what doesn't. Whether you you get the physical version or the digital version, definitely have a look at my journal if you are a beginner. Watch content from people with a similar hair type. This is going to be a really good place to start, because if they have a similar hair type to you, then hopefully things that work for them should work for you. I do have a complete beginners playlist on my channel, which hopefully should help you break down some of the steps to begin with. I really hope that these tips help you and that hopefully you found some solutions to your curly hair problems. Please let me know in the comments what you found the most helpful, and if you did enjoy the video, please feel free to give it a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I will see you soon. Bye guys.